then we will jump right into, remember last time we talked about tonight we were going to do a little bit of work with pronunciation. So there were a lot of things for me to choose from. If I didn't choose the thing you most wanted to work on, I apologize. We only have so much time. But we're going to work on the sounds at the ends of past tense regular verbs, right? And you guys know this. It's probably review. Some verbs end with the t sound, or d, or id, right? So I would like, first of all, can someone give me a sample of one that ends with t?
Worked.
Worked. Okay. So even though it's a D, worked. How about this one? D.
Study.
Studied. 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 What about this one? Id. Past tense, regular verb.
May I pick from the board?
Can you use that as an idea, but come up with something
Oh.
like it, not exactly?
Okay.
What? How about you?
Right.
Good. Invited. 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 Right? Okay. Stay with me. Worked.
Worked.
Studied.
Studied.
No T. Studied.
Studied.
Invited.
Invited.
Good. Risto?
Worked.
Rachel?
Study.
Say again?
Study.
One more time.
Study.
Okay. And Adana?
Invited.
Good. Excellent. Okay, here is what I want you to do now. Over here on this side of the board, we've got a list of words. They are all past tense, regular verbs. Your job is to decide which category they go in. These are your categories. T, d, id. They all go into one or the other. With a partner, I want you to decide which is which. So on your paper, make 3 categories and start filling in the words from over here, wherever they fit. Gotta work together. 2, 2.
Oh, you're so funny.
We don't have
Got no Spanish. 2, all probably. Okay, come over here and work with. Oh, come on. All right. So now I'm going to let you check your work. Ready? All right, so last time you guys wanted a rule for this. Okay. All the words on this list are on the sheet. Check and see if you got the categories correct. First column is t, second column is d, third column is id. Check and make sure your paper matches this. I want to make sure that we understand the worksheet. So this is your reference, right? Something for you to take home, look at as you will. But a couple things that they point out. If you look at the first rule, this is for the t sound. It says a voiceless sound is like a whisper. Your vocal cords don't vibrate. And then they use some voiceless consonant sounds. How can you tell if it's voiced or voiceless? How can you tell? What vibrates? Something that you feel.
The vocal chords
Your,
doesn't read.
your vocal cords. All right, so voiced or voiceless. Look where my fingers are. This is how you tell. All right, put your fingers here. and make these voiceless sounds. Do you feel anything? Did you feel vibration? No, it's just air. That's all. Now, the voiced sounds. Fingers back. Boom, boom. Feel the vibration? That's the difference. Okay? And that's how you look at these. Does that make sense? Come in? Okay. So, question. If I'm choosing between the ch or the d or the id, can I just do whatever I like with any one of them? Can I pick for whichever one I feel like doing? So if I say worked, you guys gave me that example. You said that takes the t sound. Always? T?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. Always. T. If you put something moved in the d column, is it always d?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Look again up here. Look at finished. Finished. Finished.
Finished.
Why? Why does that take the t sound according to this? Why?
Because it's a voiceless consonant.
Voiceless. Mm-hmm. Finished. Finished. No vibration. No vibration. Okay, finished. Make sense? Okay. Okay, let's repeat our words. One time after me. Worked.
Worked.
Coughed.
Coughed.
Separated.
Separated.
Moved.
Moved.
Divorced.
Divorced.
Stayed.
Stayed.
Watched.
Watched.
Finished.
Finished.
Married.
Married.
Dated.
Dated.
Raised.
Raised.
Dropped.
Dropped.
Attended.
Attended.
Traveled.
Traveled.
Graduated.
Graduated.
Good. All right. Rachel?
Yes. Cut.
Good. Juan?
Married.
Good.
Wow, are you like taking it like as people who are?
Evaristo?
Dropped.
Good. Malin?
Separate.
Can't hear the end. Say-
Separate.
Good. There we go. Hamin?
Divorced.
Pade?
Yeah.
Dated? Good. Hawa?
Travel.
Good. Idana?
Attendant.
No.
Attendant.
Attended.
Attended.
So it's got the ID sound. Attended.
No, attended. The
Now you're saying it with a Kentucky accent. Attended.
attended.
All right. Hashe?
You watched.
One more time?
You watched.
Good. Excellent. Okay. Here's what I would like for you to do now. I want you to write a short paragraph. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Short paragraph about things you did last week. Things you did last week. You're going to use some regular past tense verbs. Doesn't have to be these. Whichever ones fit. Okay. Some past tense verbs to tell your story. Okay. So we're going to write these paragraphs in 10 minutes. Going to use some past tense verbs.
Right shit.
It's up to you. Your choice. Anything you did last week. If you had a really busy day, tell me about one day. If you had a boring week, tell me about the whole week.
We have to do three.
Give it to me. Yes. In the end, when we're done, you'll give it to me. But we're gonna do some things with it first.
To read it now.
Things that we do last
Yes,
week.
last week. And again, if you had a really busy day, Malin, you probably did.
Yeah.
And your son got into some trouble, and you fought with somebody, then you just tell me about that one day. When you finish your paragraph, look back over it, and you can make yourself some notes. So that means if you come across a past tense verb that has the t sound, maybe I write a little t over it. If it has the D sound, maybe I write a little D. If it's id, maybe I write that, so I have some notes. We are going to read these to each other. Okay, so, and we're going to check each other's pronunciation. So you may want to check the worksheet and make yourself some notes, which sound for which of the past tense verbs you used. So for this, now we're going to get into threes. You guys are already three. You three will be together. And you three. You three, no shenanigans. You know what that means? No trouble.
Of course not.
Uh-huh. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take turns reading your paragraph to each other. So that means if I'm in Juan's group and he's reading and I'm Rachel, I sit here and I listen for his past tense verbs. If I think he makes a mistake, I stop him and I say, Juan, I don't think that was quite right. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I do that in a nice way, Carla.
So you don't get mad.
Yeah. Okay? And then everybody gets their turn to practice and say it. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right, you're going to have to be close. There's going to be a lot of talking going on at once.
I use almost those words again.
And you go ahead and begin once your group is together and you're ready.
Here.
And maybe hold on to yours. You're going to read yours and Reese will read his.
Last
Come on,
week,
everybody.
I'm gonna invite you.
I couldn't attend my class just because I got a call.
What activity you did? Come closer. I am closer.
So I need to
You be reading your notes.
finish.
This is shenanigans. Somebody start reading.
Attend my class. And it's attended. Because I cut out. It had been to me when I was at work. And I was at
Ah.
most of them.
Yeah, the word, right? And you don't say I was at work. You say I was at work. No, no class.
Yeah.
Anyways, the word is good.
Needed as well. Needed. No, at well. But anyway,
Anyway, you worked.
at
You have the
Wednesday.
idiom.
open go, you will open.
I was at work.
No, yeah, you can't do ed when you are saying I was at. But anyways, the word is okay.
We don't say that.
That's the
Yeah,
important
we're at work.
word or word. You can say just I work. You, yeah.
Attended, Edie?
Ibi, yeah.
Not yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow?
Oh, why? I will.
Oh, yellow.
But it's
And
yellow.
then I attended.
You say I
Yellow
stay.
for help. Forgotten.
Finished.
Forgotten. I stayed. Forgotten.
Oh, to me,
To
the
know
work
that
that
I
I
had
went
to
back
now
to that I have
after
I
I
have
stayed
the word
to finish working
that
because
Started.
now
Place first.
have God
it was really cold out and I was
who have
I
it.
stopped moving.
I'm going to
No, someone came by and was because
Drop.
911.
Cold? No, cold.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the understand. Cause why you say
I
why you
I
say
supposed
that
to was my I supposed to was when they unloading
Cold.
because they can't drop water when they unloading
I
the truck.
didn't see it. I didn't see it before.
Who wants to share their paragraph with the class?
Diane has a tragic story as always.
Who wants to share? You don't have to. Does anyone want to?
She volunteered.
I can try.
You're volunteering her, Hawa. That's
No, she was
different.
raising her hand.
Yeah, she volunteered for me.
She raised her hand like this. She's shy enough to make it all the way to the top.
Really?
Okay, Adana, if you want to, go ahead.
things I did last week. Last week was a disaster. There are things I did that I shouldn't have done, but thank God I made it alive. Last week on my way to work, I came across a driver who I thought needed an assistant. He opened his car door and
Sorry, say that one more time.
he opened
Open the.
opened the
Uh-huh.
opened the car door and dropped to the ground flat. I stopped and yelled for help, forgetting to note that I could call 911 on my phone. Have God who have it, someone came by and he called 911.
Say that
Called.
loud. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness, Idonna.
It was real.
I know she has
real
a
story.
tragic life, doesn't she?
That would be scary.
I know, and it was 10 o'clock in the night.
Oh my goodness.
See?
But how nice of you to stop.
But I had a phone and I forgot I had a phone.
It happens.
I was
In the
just like,
moment.
Help, and no one was there to help.
Yeah. Aw.
That's why she said tragedy. Oh.
I know.
Does anyone else want to share?
Come on, Bob.
She had a nice one too.
No.
No way.
Nobody else?
Go home.
Do you want to read what you have? Or? No?
Come on, Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel.
Vaughn, do you want to? All right. Vaughn will do it.
Last week, I worked at my office. I moved a lot of files from my desk that I didn't need. Then I traveled to Chicago and I separated from my wife for 2 days because I had to spend the night over there. When we finished our work, we came back. While we were there, we stayed in a hotel called Best Western. We watched a TV show in the night, then we headed our way back. Then my wife and I started a new project for our bedroom. We painted some decorative wooden letters for our new coming baby. Now our room looks different because it is decorated with baby stuff.
Very nice. When are you having a baby?
When?
When?
April.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right, excellent. I do like your paragraphs, so make sure your name's on it and go ahead and pass them. Let's pass them to Pravin. Okay, so for this paper, especially because it's an argument paper, you're going to have sources. All right, so that means if you tell me that talking on cell phone causes a lot of accidents, you're going to have to give me some numbers, like Google it.
exactly what I'm
How many
writing about.
accidents has it caused? Okay, so you need to give me some proof. And then, if you got it from a website, what do I look for in order to cite that website? I need something from it.
Author?
Author. And do I put their first name in parentheses?
Last name.
Author's last name, and what else?
Page number.
Okay, so
Paragraph.
yes, if it's a print source, I find a page number, but what if it's a website and I don't have a page?
Count down
Um,
the paragraph.
The
paragraph?
day,
Good.
And the lines?
Not lines, that would be way too hard.
Sometimes
Just
it's
paragraph, that's good enough, okay?
Sometimes it's journal. And
If
there
it's-
is a year and no.
If it's a journal, Rachel, then you
Page,
can
okay.
give me the last name and the page number, and it might be like 23 or whatever.
Volume and year.
What about the website? Okay, this goes in your paragraphs. So this goes wherever you give me the quote or the paraphrase, whatever information you give me at the end of the sentence, I see this, so I know what came from where. What you're talking about, the website and everything, that is the very last page of your paper. What's it called?
The citation. Works cited.
Oh, works
That's what I'm talking about.
cited. And that's where we get the full last name, title, date, all that good stuff. Where do I find how to format these? Where do I go to look?
Owl something.
Something owl, close. We have a link. We have a link to this
An easy bit.
on Blackboard in our course, okay? But if you can't find it there,
Easy bit.
you can just go to Google, look up Purdue OWL, it'll be the first hit that you get. And it will show you how to set this up. So we talked before that in this class, I need you to try to do this. I need you to try to do this. Do I need it to be perfect?
Yes.
Wow.
No. Not this time.
Yes. What's wrong with you, Shay?
So I don't need it to be perfect. I need you to do your best. So that means I need this somewhere in the paper. I need this at the end. If things are a little mixed up here, if you have trouble with this, that's okay. If you don't do this at all, that's not okay. All right?
How many points is that?
What about if I take the main idea and put in my
That's paraphrasing, and you still do this.
and
And that too. Yep. Always both. So if I do this, I do this. If I do this one, I do this one. Never one or the other, always both. Even paraphrasing, even putting it in your own words, you still do a citation. Why?
because it's not yours.
Because it doesn't belong to us.
Not your ideas. Even though the words are yours, the ideas are not. Okay?
Which difference in the two, or are two different examples, or is it the same?
These are the same thing. This one will be with a paragraph number. This is with a page number.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Oh, okay.
So if you have
And which
more
one is that?
details, we can say author, last name, paragraph, and page, all of them in the same citation.
If you have a paragraph, or if you have a page, you don't include paragraph. Okay, the paragraph is like last resort. So I want the page number. But if it's a website, they don't have them, then go with this. The point is, I need to find the exact spot that you were reading when you did it.
I found some information in a website, but that website is citated from other sources, like books or things like that. Books from universities and those.
So is it like a bunch of quotes, or?
Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe I will not get too much citations, but anyway, I wanted to make sure because the website where I found it, they are citating another source.
Okay, so just for you, Everestone, because it gets complicated. It looks like this. And then you do this same thing. That stands for as quoted in this. Alien, don't you pay any attention. Everestone's getting complicated.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to review our outlines. Who did not bring an outline tonight? Oh, everybody brought one?
I don't know.
You did or didn't, Rachel?
I did, but it is hard for me to arrange it.
Okay, so maybe it might not be quite in order. That's okay. That's what the review's for. All right. We're
In the
When
she's looking at you and asking
I'll look at the floor.
no. It's like my case, my daughter,
social
is Spanish, but I feel like she
Close the
should
country.
speak more English.
Social
You want her to speak more English?
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's born here.
Ah,
Live here.
okay. Okay. So
So the greater percentage, the child that born here, the family, Spanish family.
Sure.
You come from Cuba, you have to.
Okay. I am not sure that is much different from number one. You said that English being official language, that's the thing that's most spoken here. So here is what we're gonna do. We started before, we talked about paraphrasing. And paraphrasing, do we want it to look the same as the original or no? No, we do not want the words to look the same as the original.
It's so warm.
All right, so if you take a look on 206, the first one that they give you, we already did 1, 2, 4, so we're on number 3. It says the fresh tea leaves that are used for green tea are quickly steamed to halt bacterial and enzyme action common in fermentation. You want to paraphrase, that means put in your own words, that same sentence, put it in your own words. You have 3 people among you to work together and figure this one out. Okay, number 3, put it in your own words. Go ahead and start. All right, so I want us to check where we've gotten so far. I was like, where's my book? Okay, no, that's okay, you can hang on to it for right now. So to review, when you paraphrase, do you change the words or not?
Yes.
Yes. Do you give a citation or not?
Yes. Yes, that's what you said.
Yes. Yes. You give a citation. All right, so if you quote, do you give a citation?
Yes.
Yes. If you paraphrase, citation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So with this, many times as I was going around, I pointed out several words in a row that were the same as the original. That's what you don't want in a paraphrase. You want to avoid having several words in a row that look the exact same as the original. So let's focus for right now just on number 3. I know we have several correct paraphrases around in class. So can I hear one of them? Aristo? Listen closely.
For the green tea process, the leaves used are steamed faster to stop bacterial and enzyme growth that often occurs in fermentation.
Okay, will you say it one more time?
For the green tea process, the leaves used are steamed faster to stop bacterial and enzyme growth that often occurs in fermentation.
Good.